situated upon the ancestral homeland of the Gadigal people of the Eora Nation, who we acknowledge as traditional custodians. We recognise their timeless and continuous connection to country and pay respect to their elders, past, present and emerging. If you would like to come and go throughout the talk, you are able to. The door is the same one that you entered in from. But for now, I will hand over to the panel discussion, the good, the bad and the ethicals, which will explore the uses of AI. And in discussion, we have Piers Spilsbury, Michael Kaplan and Jess Harrington in conversation with Bill Simpson-Young. Enjoy, and thank you.
Thanks. Can you hear me okay? So hi, I'm Bill Simpson-Young. I'm thrilled to be here tonight. I think it's going to be really exciting. The only downside is it's only 45 minutes. We've been talking just beforehand, and I think we could easily go for a good eight hours or so if people got this stamina, but unfortunately we have to finish up at 45 minutes. My role is I'm co-founder and chief executive of Gradient Institute, which is a research institute, non-profit, independent research institute specifically working on building ethics into AI systems, ensuring that they're safe and accountable and transparent and so on. My background is as a computer technologist. I've been working in going from research to technology over my career, but mostly around artificial intelligence and computer vision technologies. So a lot of image processing, a lot of AI. Tonight's a really unusual circumstance in where I get to use my various different degrees I do, which is computer science, cognitive science and art history, and also my uncompleted law degree. So all of those sort of 3.5 degrees will all be very relevant tonight, I'm sure. I've got a fantastic panel here, and I'll read their bios off the paper, memorise them, sorry. So on the far left, we've got Jess Harrington. Jess is a creative and a neuroscientist. She's an artist, designer and writer with a focus on AI and immersive technology, as well as a neuroscience PhD researcher specialising in visual perception. She works at Deloitte Digital across creative technology, behavioural design and strategy. That's Jess. And we've got Kia Spilsbury. Kia is an AI content creator. She's a digital artist from Brisbane who uses generative AI to create animations that delve into AI decision making and human emotions. Notable collaborations include commercial and work for online news company Semaphore, and a music video for WA band Finn Alexander and the Forever Party. And we've got Michael. This is Michael Kaplan. He's a partner of Gilbert and Tobin Lawyers in Tech and IP Group. He's a partner of the law firm Gilbert and Tobin, as I just mentioned. He's one of Australia's foremost technology lawyers. According to himself. He's one of Australia's most foremost, not just technology lawyers, and heads up Gilbert and Tobin's technology and IP practice in Melbourne. He specialises in complex technology transactions and has a wealth of experience advising on AI, IP commercialisation, data protection and cybersecurity. So this is going to be a fantastic discussion. I'm really looking forward to it. Now, I'm just going to give we don't have much time. There's a lot to talk about. It's a huge area. So the area is we're talking about the how AI is going to impact the creative industries, or how it is impacting and how it will impact. And obviously that's a huge topic. I just wanted to give a really quick bit of background. I would love to go into detail about all these things on the screen, but unfortunately I'm not going to. Given time, but I just want to make it clear to people that for a lot of people, seeing all these AI created artworks that are appearing now, it seems to have come out of nowhere. It hasn't. There's been a lot of technology for a long time. We've got and this is a very selective history. There's a lot more than what's shown here. In 1958, we
gets away from what's possible in traditional art forms. I'm really interested in ideas like how we represent ourselves in the digital age and how we represent ourselves online. So a lot of it is self-portraiture in a sense. And I use tools like Midjourney, Stable Diffusion and DALL-E, and I actually don't really limit myself to one particular platform. I actually move the images back and forth across the different platforms to get a certain output that I'm after, and also to get away from a certain look as if it's come from a certain generator.
So what happens when you take an artwork out of one platform, like Midjourney, and put it into another one?
Well, for example, like I particularly like the sort of 3D render generated look that I can get from DALL-E, but the output from DALL-E isn't very large, so sometimes I'll use those images that I've taken and scale it up using Stable Diffusion. And then, you know, I do like to also, I like to have a playful sort of approach to the technology and actually try and get surprised by what it gives me as well. So I'll try and get results that I didn't expect rather than exactly what I want.
Right. I love to hear that. I mean, it's just, a lot of people, you know, doing graphic design in a company might not be trying to do that, but it's great to hear people.
Yeah, I do it the wrong way.
And actually, just do a quick check with the audience. So when we talk about things like Midjourney, DALL-E, how many people, are those terms familiar to people or not? Maybe hands up if it's familiar. Okay, great. Excellent. Good. Okay, thanks, Jess. And so, Kia, can we hear your methods and what you do?
Yeah, sure. Hi everyone, I'm Kia. So I work mostly making animations, so using a tool that will use Stable Diffusion to create each frame based on the previous frame. So starting with a text prompt image, but then continuing that on while giving it instructions about what to do, almost like a camera movement. I do a lot of horror-related art because I do think that there's something kind of innately scary about computers just creating images out of nowhere. And I also like to focus on like the weird decisions that the generative AI makes. Like, I want to see art that a human wouldn't make because that's so interesting to me. So yeah, just like focusing on the unique aspects of it as a genre. Yeah,
that's great. Now, a follow-up both to Kia and to Jess. So, to what extent do you see other artists doing similar things, and to what extent are people using, you know, text to image or text to video things like DALL-E and Midjourney and so on, versus assistive tools like AI assistants like Generative Fill in Adobe Photoshop and other types of AI? So the difference between, you know, the artist's work is creating text versus the artist's work is just getting some support from the AI.
I see a mix actually, and sometimes it depends on people's backgrounds as well. I think that for more traditionally trained artists, they'll use it as an assistive tool. Maybe for people who are traditionally developers, they might use it as the sole process. I think one really interesting use I saw of it was an artist using ChatGPT to create a persona of an art critic, and they would direct it to, point it at their website and then say, okay, look at these works, tell me what you think about it, and have these conversations with a fictional art critic, which I thought was really cool.
It was the example that people may have seen of the AI dog art critic that was in the news recently. I don't know if people saw it. So it was a dog, like a robotic dog that walked around, looked at artworks, used ChatGPT to make a criticism of it, and then printed it out through its body in a strip of paper. It's great. It's great. It was an artwork example. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I see a lot of both. I think that AI as an assistant in art is not always as visible, but there are really cool things that I love seeing, like artists who work with 3D models using AI to generate textures, like that sort of thing that will just make the process quicker and get rid of some of those things. Yeah, and I think it makes sense as a tool to incorporate into a workflow, but it's interesting to see it as its own tool as well, its own output.
Right. Okay, next question. Are there any AI artists that you really look up to where where there's some special techniques they're using that are really advanced? Or you look up to?
I really like seeing the things that people are doing in like video to video at the moment. So taking an input video and then transforming it in different ways. I think that is really at that point where it wasn't very good and it's getting better and better every day. So it's really cool seeing what artists are doing with that. And it's going to be like possible to kind of make your own special effects so much easier now. So I think there's people can have a lot of fun with it. Very much fun.
I think that the most interesting work that I've actually seen is
Yes, thank you. It's losing juice and it's actually getting really good now.